Problem: cable gate. Solution: Cable Warden. Anyone owning a Toyota Rav4 Hybrid between the years of 2021 to 2025 has most likely heard of cable gate. Also a few other Toyota models. Usually Toyota is known for the dependability and reliability. I also held them in high esteem and still do to some extent, but my faith in the automaker has been shaken somewhat since the start of Cablegate. Cablegate is a class action suit brought against Toyota by owners due to the rear traction motor cable corroding and failing at the rear plug-in. The only long-term solution is installing a Cable Warden, a plastic box over the plug and socket to prevent road salt and water from coming in contact with the electrical. First step: ordering the Cable Warden. Go to the Cable Warden site and order the correct box. When it arrives and you open the box, you should get the orange Cable Warden protective box, a tube of silicone for sealing the box, basic instructions with a barcode link you can scan to watch a how-to video. The video is good, but it's under ideal conditions with a hoist and a trained mechanic. Most people installing these will be backyard mechanics like myself doing it in their garage. It isn't cheap, $369 for the one I ordered for the RAV4. 6 10mm head bolts. The nuts are already connected to the box. I'm 67 years old, and if I'm able to do this installation, you can too. Always remember, safety third, right after time's a-wastin' and get her done. Just kidding, always lift and support the car at the right locations with the right equipment. Double check after lowering the car on the axle stands that it's seated properly. Before touching the high voltage cable, disconnect the high voltage battery from the electrical system. Side note, if you forget to reinstall the breaker and attempt to back up the car, you will get error codes, alarms, and the car won't back up. The alarms will clear once you shut off the car and reinstall the breaker. Pull the orange breaker handle down and straight out. Which leads me to think driving a car forward up to a building or curb and removing the breaker is a good way of preventing car theft. Now we're finally ready to go under the car. Remove the splash pan by removing 3 cap screws at the front. Next, remove the 2 plastic grommets with a flat screwdriver at the back. Finally, we can see and work on the infamous Cablegate connection. First, I cleaned the front with a wire brush just to see how hard the dirt would be to remove. Not bad, actually. I'm pointing out the location of the 2 12mm bolt heads to be removed in order to install the cable box. A little hard to see, but not too bad to get at. It's imperative to clean completely, as any dirt left behind will become trapped in the cable box and possibly prevent proper sealing. Make sure to clean the open side also. If it's really dirty, you can remove the half cover to clean more effectively. Since I already had mine apart and cleaned in a previous video, this wasn't necessary. Now we can remove the 2 12mm bolt heads that secure the connection to the motor in order to install the back half of the cable box. Left side is out. Now for the right side. Right side bolt is also out. The connection is now detached from the motor, and we need to thoroughly clean the back side of the connector to ensure good seal around the inlet and outlet of the new cable box, where the silicone will be sealing. Let's get oriented first. The bottom half is the back half, and the top half goes on the front. Cable inlet on the side, cable outlet on the top. Here is how the cable box will fit over the connection. The small round hole is the inlet. The elongated hole goes to the top and is the outlet to the motor. Now we need to apply silicone only to the inlet and outlet holes on the cable box. Watch how I'm applying the silicone and where. The box is designed to be weather resistant and only needs to seal around the cable inlet and the top outlet to the motor. Not much is needed, as the cable box fits snugly around the cable connection, and too much silicone will make a mess. I checked the box on the connection before I applied the silicone. Also, there are drain holes on the bottom of the cable box, so if any water entered the box, it could find its way out eventually. Now to install the cable box. Here's the back cover in place around the connection. Unfortunately, my camera did not record the installation of the back cover, so I am using photos to illustrate the correct orientation of the two halves. Now installing the front cover, a total of 4 bolts on the front, and 2 on the back securing the cable inlet. The 2 on the back are the hardest part of the installation, at least I thought so, but still not too bad. It's important that the 2 12-meter head bolts holding the connection to the motor are installed last, as you will need to move the cable box around to get all the bolts in. The 2 12mm bolt heads are in. Installation of cable box complete. Still need to reinstall splash guard and reinstall the high voltage breaker. On a scale of 1 to 10, the difficulty was about a 5 or 6. That's for an old guy who has trouble getting up off the ground sometimes. I think with moderate mechanical skills, this installation is quite doable. Well, thanks for watching. Give us a like if you got something out of this video. Bye for now.